Hey everyone, guess who's back? It's Kamish, back here with Loc Dynasty Weekly Previews. And let's just get right into it here. So you saw the first matchup, Robert and the Illuminati taking on Lucas and Flaming Dragons. Great year for Robert last year. But I think the draft this year didn't work out for him. I think Lucas has way more depth. And I honestly think it would take a miracle from TB12 and Zeke for Robert to win, in my opinion, which could happen. You never know. This is their first meeting ever, and I'm definitely saying Dragons wins the first meeting here. Next up, Stuart, likely losers, taking on Chris and Vlad Jr. crew. Both these teams 1-1 lifetime versus one another. And one of the things I'll tell you about the Dynasty previews is the actual legit consolation games, like the ones in the consolation playoffs where they don't matter in Dynasty. I'm not counting that at all as a head-to-head meeting because I know for myself I didn't even dress my lineup then because the game's meaningless. But I think the games for the top 8 seeds still count, and those consolation playoffs or results I'm counting towards head-to-head. So I just wanted to throw that in there. But I think Chris is just better, especially throughout the lineup in the RWT. And I think the rookies for Stewart will take some time to produce right away. And I'm going to say Chris and Vlad Jr. crew wins this one. Next up, we got Agent Steel, myself, taking on Suze and Zebras. I'm 1-0 versus Suze. Again, a consolation round. Games don't count, so I played her in consolation. Overall, though, in this one, I think Suze has a way better team and will take week 1. And honestly, I think it's going to be thanks to old man Philip Rivers. So I'm going to go Zebras winning this one. Next up, Matt, Bills Mafia, Sven, Curly Lamborghini, 2 rivals here in the same division, the Ming. Curly and Sven is 2-0 versus Matt. He's made it look easy for versus him so far. When I look at the lineup here, Sven's wide receivers are good, but his linebackers are going to be a letdown, I feel, in this one. And I'm going Matt and Bills Mafia to get his first win versus Sven and Curly Lamborghini. Next up, we got Adrian and Orange Crush taking on Joshua and Life's a Mitch. 1-1 lifetime. And looking at this one, the huge weakness at running back can't be ignored for Joshua. I think he was obviously ecstatic when Swift fell to him in the draft. And he was supposed to help. And I think he will help that team eventually, but I think the injury is more than what they're letting on. And I'm going Orange Crush to win this one. Next up, Dusan, Sabatica Spartans. Milan, Unnecessary Roughness. Going to be a good one. 1-1 lifetime. The split last year. And when looking at this one, I don't think it gets any better than having the tandem of Dak and Saquon this year. And it's too good to ignore for Milan. I think it's going to be close, though, but Milan's going to win this one. Next up, Brian, Powers of Pain, Justin, Ultimus Prime. And division rivals, Ming again, 1-1 lifetime. I look at this one, Prime, Von Miller goes down, that hurts. Every injury hurts. But I think Lamar is just such a huge upgrade in the quarterback matchup here when I look at Brian's team versus Justin's. Jimmy G, I don't know. I'm still on the fence with him. I think that's going to be the big difference. And I think Ultimus Prime is going to win this one. Last up here, guys, game of the week. Last year's finals. And I don't think you can ever ignore the rematch in week 1, and it gets the game of the week here. It's Chris and No More taking on Sean and Philly Miraclemen. Chris is 2-0 versus Philly Miraclemen. I should say, though, it's a combination of Chris and Matthew that are 2-0. Maybe it's the franchise, because Matthew was the one controlling the team at first. But then Chris took it over and won the most important game. And that was the finals. Taking down the Shawns, I should say, in the finals. So looking at it this year, the rematch, obviously I'm sure that both these teams are looking forward to seeing who's better in the reboot. And I think with Fitz at starter and Rieger out, this is no more's time again. With Burrow in his debut, I thought it was smart for Chris to pick Burrow at 4. I think he was worthy at the pick at 4. And I think Chris continues to make the Shawns look ordinary to him. And we'll go 3-0 lifetime and take down the Shawns in this one. Anyways, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the previews. Week 1 rolling around. It's coming right up. And looking forward to watching some football on Sunday.